righty. So looks like we are live on TikTok. Instagram is about to go live. And then all of our other. What's going on, everybody? So, John with Project Tribute. Just doing a quick live. Just got back from work. Bryce is actually he's at work right now, so he was unable to join, and I've got another call to join here in about an hour. So, lots happening this weekend. We're going to be live for just a little bit to just give a quick rundown of what's going on this weekend and be available should anyone have questions. So the first thing is that this weekend we have our Sunfest, and Sunfest runs Friday through Sunday. I need to figure out exactly what times we're setting up, but if you are interested in just coming and sitting at our booth for a bit, if you want to volunteer, or if you want to just swing by and we'll have our shirts. Well, I've got new coffee mugs in. We've got two new shirt styles that will be available, and those two of them are available on our current website, and then the rest would be available online only. Working to get a couple extra ones on hand, but the shirts, they're most of them are being printed by Shop Overland Apparel, and so if you go on our website and hit store, you'll be able to see those. And so we've got lots of shirts available. This weekend we'll have them over at they'll be at two places. They'll be at the I think Wild River boutique over off of Tuxedo, and then we'll be at Sunfest. So that's kind of a couple different ways to get our merchandise. One of the things that I'm attending this evening is an opportunity for us to start providing a service to people. That way we can start doing a little bit more customizing and some more things to support first responders. So again, if you're not familiar with us, what we do is we fundraise for anything that can save a life, and primarily tourniquets. Tourniquets have been the big thing that we've been doing. So one of many avenues of how we fundraise for those tourniquets is grants, just direct donations, shirt sales, coffee mug sales, and hopefully we've got a couple different other avenues that we're going to be able to introduce. This weekend is going to be another one for us. It's going to be our first annual poker run. So if you've never attended a poker run, this is definitely a good one to attend. All vehicles are welcome. We've reached out to several motorcycle clubs. The Four Kings Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club is going to be our host for this event. So they'll be down. But the starting place is here at the Project Tribute Foundation, which is, if you're familiar with Bartlesville, it's right across the street from the Arvest near Walmart. The address is 4200 Southeast Adams Road. And if you want more information on the run itself, you can just text Poker Run to 918-856-3977. It's the same number on the screen. The only difference is you're gonna type Poker Run. Also, if you're interested in donating, same number, just text Bleed Kit, and 100% of those funds is being used to provide anything life-saving for first responders. But if you text Poker Run, you'll get a link. You touch that link, and all the details are there. You don't have to make a purchase to see the data, but at least then you get to see what we're doing. We've got 5 stops, but one of the fifth stop is going to be the Project Tribute Foundation. And so then you will run through, it's about 120 miles that surrounds the Bartlesville area. And then the run itself, the drive time is about, I think James and I, we drove it last week, and a little at 2 hours, could be 2.5 if you get stuck behind anybody. But you've got more than enough time to do it. We've got flyers that will have all the stops on it, and it's at your pace. You can go to whichever stop order you would like. And then James even put together kind of a list of recommended restaurants on that flyer. So lots of information that you'll be given the flyer, the exact address, and then there's even a photo of kind of what where your stopping point is at each town. We've got several volunteers that are helping us do that. So this Saturday is going to be our first poker run ever for Project Tribute. And again, the proceeds for that, we did use a little bit of kind of the pre-sales to help pay for the winner's gift, for lack of a better term, or I guess the prize. But the rest of it we're going to use to just help support our life-saving mission. So if you have any questions, definitely pop in and ask them. Once we get off the live, I'll still kind of watch through to see if anyone has questions. But again, if you're interested in partaking in our poker run, You'll go on there, and I think it's $20 for kind of your first ticket, and then if you want extra cards, it's $5. And so if you could pre-sell or pre-purchase if you're interested, that just allows us to know how much stuff to print ahead of time. Uh, we're just trying to be cost effective. So as a nonprofit, every penny counts. Other than that, there's lots of other things going on. So Sunfest, if you're not familiar, it is a Bartlesville tradition every summer. It's a very large arts and crafts festival, and it's going to happen about a mile from the foundation office. So if you've never been and you're going to attend the poker run, it's literally just right over there. But you can there's crafts. There's the guy selling the turkey legs, and they're one of my favorites. There's a booth that makes homemade root beer, and we'll be right kind of in the thick of it. But it runs all day Saturday, Friday evening, and then in the morning on Sunday. And there's live bands. There's all sorts of live bands and crafts and things for the kids to do. So it really is a fun event, and a lot of the stuff's very affordable. It's not, you go to some of those events and everything's just price gouging. Sunfest just isn't it. So lots to do. But though thanks for the like, I appreciate you. So the um, poker run and Sunfest are kind of our two big things this weekend. Another thing that we're launching is, in essence, a hospitality booth that we're going to be doing. We've seen a lot of storm damage lately, and we didn't really, as a team, know how can we help, because we're not trained first responders, we're not search and rescue, we're just a bunch of idiot volunteers. And so one of the things we're going to start doing is kind of building up our supply of bottled water and Gatorade here at the foundation. And that way we can just take a tent and the Vanguard or Tribute out to an area and provide water and Gatorade or coffee to folks, for example, at the burial mound shooting, just providing kind of support to the contestants there, or if a disaster happened, to provide support for the first responders that are responding to that. But that's kind of another opportunity. If you're going out and buying groceries, just buying an extra case of water, an extra thing of Gatorade, and dropping it off at the foundation. We've got a kind of a foyer or a lobby that's open Monday through Friday, about 8 to 5. You can just set it right in front of our door, and we'll add it to the stockpile. So if you're interested in volunteering, we do have a group me where you can kind of see what's going on and chime in, or just lurk in the background until something piques your interest. But the poker run, we've got 5 or 6 volunteers right now that we simply couldn't do it without their help. So before it even happens, I want to say thank you to all those that have chimed in saying, "Hey, I want to help." We are completely volunteer driven. There's no one that receives any pay from this, and so we're just a bunch of folks that really want to help out and try to serve our first responders and just show them the support that they need, especially during it's been relentless on these Oklahoma storms. So the poker run is Saturday, check-ins 9:30 to 10, and then at 10 you'll be kind of launched out to go to your various stops. You'll get we've got a deck of cards at each stop, and then you've got a play card. The person at the stop will pull a card out in however their style is. And then that would be, so let's say you get a King of Hearts. So that's one of your 5 cards. And then by the end of this, you'll have a poker hand. And then we've got a couple things that we're doing with the poker hands once everyone gets back. So poker run, roughly you're talking 9:30 to 2. And then if you really wanted to, at 2 o'clock, once we do, it's not going to be a very long kind of end ceremony. So we'll do, maybe 2:30, you're done. And then if you're interested, just drop right over to Sooner Park and go enjoy Sunfest. And again, like root beer and a turkey leg, pretty solid, solid end to your poker run day. I think that's kind of a lot of what we've got going on. And I know it's been a pretty short live, but if you have any questions, feel free to just comment on here. Again, as always, you can text Bleed Kit to 918-856-3977. If you want more information about the Project Tribute Foundation, our website is www.projecttribute.com. Tons of information about us on there. Again, we're just a volunteer nonprofit that all we do is try to get life-saving gear in the hands of first responders. Our current list is astronomical, to be honest. It's over $400,000 of requested items. The items range from AEDs to fire hose, and then a lot of them is just the individual first aid kit, which is a tourniquet. So we've got tons of opportunity to help either just by providing your time. And then another real easy way to help us is hitting share on any of our social media posts and inviting your friends to like our page. That helps us get in front of a potential donor or a business that is willing to help us and help fund. An easy one is if you go on our website, you'll notice there's the agency request, and let's say you find your hometown, that may be a $500 request, and then you help us and say, hey, we're going to cover that one, and that's kind of how this has played out. We've got two pretty exciting requests that are being fulfilled in June. One is very personal to me. It's one of our own volunteers that is going overseas, and so we're basically we had enough funds to outfit a refuge stomp bag for him. So we'll take some photos and get that delivered hopefully in the next week or so. And then we had the Arvest Foundation generously is donating or committed to donate for these choking devices for children that we're going to be outfitting in the area schools, not just Bartlesville, but several other communities around us. So that's all going to be happening in June. But again, that's through just the generosity of local businesses and also individuals. The stomp bag was a bunch of folks that have set up that $20 donation. We've just been able to compile enough to be able to put in essence, a traveling hospital in the hands of a first responder. So we cannot do it without your help. So if you have the ability, even just setting up a $5 a month, that may be tiny to you, but man, we've got 25,000 followers. If each person did $1, we would have all of our requests done in 4 months. Well, that math doesn't check, but that's why I do food service. So again, to donate, 918-856-3977, text bleed kit. And then how it'll play out is you'll get a link, and then you just touch that link and follow directions, and it'll go through there. The other option is if you go to our website, www.projecttribute.com. And again, if you have any questions, give us a holler, comment on any of our posts, and I'll be watching it pretty closely over the next couple hours. We do have some really exciting opportunities coming down, and just every bit of what we do is here to serve first responders. So you'll see Tribute out at Sunfest, and then I'll have Vanguard with me on Saturday, and then once we get done with the poker run, I'll be over at Sunfest with Vanguard as well, and then we'll have some volunteers that will be taking care of that. So, and I see Bryce was able to join. Bryce, I hope your work day was amazing. Let's see here. No comments. I'm going to just give it a second and see if we missed anything. But while I'm just kind of letting this play out, let's minimize that. So if you guys haven't taken a second and looked on our website, let's see your share screen. Hey, Bryce. All right. So there's a link to our Facebook page, or not Facebook page. Well, it's probably on there too, but to our website. And then on there is our shirts. So we've got the back of the blue tee, and then several of our styles of the stencil. And then there's the logoed blanket. So the proceeds come right to us. The about $9 pays for the shirt itself that stays with Shop Overland, and then the rest of it comes to Project Tribute, and then we use that to fund anything that can save a life. So that's how the shirts kind of play in there. We will have them on site at Sunfest. The only one we'll have on site at Sunfest that's on our website is going to be the back of the blue, and we're kind of limited in what we have of that. Trying to think. Then on our website. Oh, I got to remove that. So if you haven't checked out our website before, at the very top, or if you're looking on a phone, there's 3 lines on the right-hand side, and the tabs donation request. If you're an agency wanting to make a request, the one right next to it, agency request form, that's just, it takes about 2 minutes of letting us know what you're needing. And then the donation request, this is going to be every agency that's submitted something to us. So if you're interested and hey, I want to help, you can see exactly who's asking for help and how much. So like the Salina Police Department, last March put in a request that's going to be $421. So if you had $500 to be able to donate, we would put it right towards that. If you said, hey, I want to help Salina, or I want to help the Oklahoma security professional is $500. So that's a very simple way for us to tell you guys exactly where the dollars are going. And you can tell us, hey, I want to donate 750 and I want to go to Pahuska. Okay, done. And then we would also invite you all if you become a donor, we would simply say, hey, if you'll come, we're going to be delivering on this date. If you'd like to join us to help take a photo, and if not, we had a couple donors that just said, hey, I want to remain anonymous. I want to remain anonymous, but just send me the photo. So I was able to do that as well. So lots of ways that we serve our first responders across the nation, but we can only do it through you all and our volunteers. So if you're interested, you can always reach out. We're live right now on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and a bunch of other things. So we can't do this without you all. So if you'll do us a favor and hit that like button, hit that share button, comment if you like what we're doing, or if you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions. But we definitely could not do this without the support of numerous individuals. I mean, we have we have changed the lives of hundreds of individuals, and we've saved the lives of 19 so far. So without your help, we couldn't do it. I think we've kind of ran through all the stuff. And then it looks like Bryce and I should be able to start getting on a better pattern over the next couple of weeks as well for our lives, and just getting everyone included now that the summer is here. So if you have any questions, reach out to us. As always, text Bleed Kit to 918-856-3977. Hey, Miss Susie, I appreciate you. Oh, and so if you guys aren't familiar, the Burial Mound Shooting Center, they've got some really amazing events. So about a week ago, attended their Twilight Biathlon, and if you want to see cool, just a bunch of folks that were doing a run and gun with night vision goggles and high powered flashlights. Met some amazing folks at the event. So they've got a website. They're also on Facebook. It is the Burial Mounds Shooting Center. So Susan and John over in Pawnee, Oklahoma. It's a very quick drive from Bartlesville, but one of my all-time favorite places to go. And they are just some of the best hosts out there. So if you haven't checked them out, definitely do so. And then again, just hitting that like and share button, and the three dots on our page, inviting your friends to come like our page. Those things, they're free. It's just a little bit of time on your end, but man, they make a difference. So, all righty, guys, I'm gonna sign out for the day. I really appreciate everyone, and thank you on TikTok, thank you on Instagram, thank you, Bryce and Susie, for joining us live. And I'm gonna head out. Appreciate you guys.